Okay guys, so I have a update on my baby. We went and got her cast off, which was on like April 4th. She got it off that same night. She acted like she hurt herself really bad, like she moved a certain way, and she was crying in pain after that. Really didn't want us to like touch her, move her, anything. So we ended up taking her back to the hospital. They did x-ray on her to double check everything. They said that everything looked great, that she didn't like re-fracture anything. So she might have just moved a certain kind of way that kind of like maybe irritated her injury, or she could have just been really scared. Something that I learned with her since her injury, because she's at the age now where she can remember. She remembers that this happened to her and it scares her now. So because of that, she's a lot more nervous, a lot more cautious, and freshly after the injury and freshly after the cast removal, she showed that a lot. Like, she was very scared, very cautious, very I don't know, just like it showed. Um But it's funny because it's not funny, but she got hurt at the playground, right? And she still spoke of going to the playground. Like, after she got injured, like, I want to go to the playground. And she would tell us, like, I got hurt at the playground. Like, she knows she got hurt at the playground, but it didn't scare her away from the playground, which I guess can kind of be a good thing. But, so anyways, at the hospital, they put a splint on her and something to kind of immobilize her leg, kind of more so for comfort. So she had that for about a couple weeks, and then we had a follow-up appointment. Yeah, like 2 weeks. Then we had a follow-up appointment. At the follow-up appointment, they took that off. They did another x-ray. Her legs still looked good, still showing signs of healing. She was doing a lot better, not so much acting like she was in pain, just a little bit. They kind of rewrapped it with like an ace wrap. Let me see if I have some in here actually. So they kind of rewrapped it with like an ace wrap right here. Pretty much just this, like they just wrapped it with this. And this is what they wrapped at the hospital. They just had something under it to kind of immobilize it that kind of like hardened up, and it kind of just went like from her butt to like down her leg a bit in the back, kind of just to keep it in place, and then wrapped it around with this. And then when we went to the doctor's appointment, they took that off, and then they put just this on it for comfort. She had this on for a couple days, and then she acted like, I'm good, didn't need it anymore. So she got injured the end of February, but she's still not walking, which is fine. I understand. She had a cast on for 6 weeks, then an immobilizer for 2 weeks, and she's kind of just she's crawling, she's standing. She has just recently, within the last couple of days, started taking little steps with like one of me and her dad holding her hands. And then she also started to kind of guide herself, like just like when a baby's learning how to walk, and then they pull themselves up on things, and then they start holding on to things to walk around. That's what she's doing, but it's not often. She doesn't do that often at all, but she will do it a few times a day. So she's building her confidence back up, and she's getting there. So I have no doubts that she will walk soon, and I can't wait to see her walking again. She has another follow-up appointment in like 2 months, but other than that, she's doing great. I don't know if anyone who has a child with OI and is watching this video, or if they have any experience with dentinogenesis. I myself would love someone, not just reading an article or something online. I wanted to see if there's anyone out here who has a kid with that. Dentinogenesis affects the teeth of some kids or people who have OI. Not all of them, but some of them. So their teeth are kind of can be like blue tinged or like transparent. Her teeth are like transparent. She has like a full set of teeth, but they're like clear almost. And I know that that will require some, you know, different dental care for her. And that's another thing, because we moved to Florida, and where we lived, they had a dentist on site in her doctor's in the floor that her doctor's offices were. All of her doctor's offices were on the same floor. Genetics, hearing, she would do hearing tests. They wanted her doing hearing tests every 6 months, because children with OI can get hearing loss if so they wanted to be on top of her hearing. Her hearing's fine now, but they wanted to just routinely run hearing tests to make sure that her hearing is staying where it should be. So that was every 6 months that we were going to do that. But anyways, my point is, endocrinology, everybody was in the same area, same building, same floor, all in one. And they told me before we moved, because she wasn't one yet, before we moved, they said they had a dentist on site on the same floor that is familiar with kids with OI, and that they can see her. We moved, so we never got to make an appointment with them. And I did question the ortho here, and he kind of really didn't. He kind of just said take her to a regular dentist, and they can, if they know anyone, they can refer her to someone else. But I kind of really just want her to go to someone who knows what they're dealing with. I'm gonna see what I can do about that, and like, because I want her obviously to get the best care that she can get in all areas, because I want her to do good, and I want her to get who wouldn't want their child to get the best care that they can get, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it for her. She's doing amazing. I can update you on some other stuff. My 5-year-old is going to start homeschooling this year. Personal choice for me and my family. I feel like she has some struggles, and I feel like that's the best choice for us and for our family and for her. And I think that if she were to go to public school, she wouldn't do that well. I just don't think that she would have the support that she needs. And I prefer her to have that here. So we're gonna do that. And I still want to make a video about my son. I debated about this video, but I had a tough time with my daughter with her OI, and I remember even before I knew she had OI, and all we got the words were skeletal dysplasia, and we didn't know anything. I remember searching and Googling, and when I found out it was OI, I remember searching and Googling and not finding anyone that was speaking about it or sharing their own experience about it. And I didn't have anyone to connect with on something that I was going through for the first time, and that I didn't know anyone who was going through it with me, or just at all. Like, I didn't have a video that I found that I can pull up and I can see someone's story. And I think that's so important, especially like where mothers and our bodies are going through so much, just having babies and postpartum, and all of the things are really hard. And I went through a terrible postpartum period, and I just feel like all the support that we can get in any areas possible help. And I just feel like I had a hard time. I was going through something that was tough for my family, tough for my daughter, and it's the reason why I want to make a video for my son. It's like I don't want to make the video, and I guess I can explain why when I do make the video. But there's a big part of me that does want to make the video for the fact that I remember when my daughter had her diagnosis, searching, trying to find someone, trying to find a story, and not really getting what I was looking for. And if there's anybody who can be looking for any little bit of what I'm sharing, then I would love to be able to help in any type of way that I can. I'm going through these things like for the first time. I don't have a lot of information. I'm just going as I go along. So it's like, I'm not an expert and I'm not a pro, but this is like real life. Like, this is our life and our situations, and I'm learning as I go along. And if anybody can learn with me, learn from us, whatever, have any questions, whatever, I don't mind answering anything if I can. So that's why I want to do that video for him. It might not be easy, maybe it will be. And I was wanting to say that I would not be of sound mind, truly, with everything that my family has gone through in the last couple of years. I would not be of sound mind if I did not have faith in God. And I want to say that I'm not someone that pushes religion or pushes God on anyone. I just want to share my experience and what I've gone through, and just share the fact that I would not be where I am if I did not have God. If I went through so much mentally and physically and even spiritually, and I truly don't think that I would be of sound mind today if God didn't bring me to the place that I am at today. It's like I had to go through these things, go through these situations, and like hit rock bottom mentally, truly hit rock bottom, where God kind of transformed me through that and brought me through that. And it's just like, there's so many things that have gone on that I can look back on in the last couple of years, and it's like, they might have seemed insignificant at that time, or they might have seemed like, wow, why is this happening, or whatever it is, but also not giving too much thought to it. And the way that it's fallen into place now, or the way that it's kind of set us up for the next thing that we have gone through. And I know that's kind of vague, but what I'm trying to say is there's almost like a sequence of events, of things that have happened that are kind of built us up and prepared us for what we are going through now. And I know that all of that was God, and I know that He's still working, He's still helping. And if I can pray for anybody, I will do that too. Let me know. I will pray for you. You don't even have to be specific about what you want me to pray for you about. I will just pray for you. Anyways, I want to wish a happy Mother's Day, because tomorrow is Mother's Day. Wish a happy Mother's Day to everybody. And if you're not a mom, that's okay. No pressure. But and I wanted to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, but I think I've mainly touched on everything and I'm sitting in my kids' room because it's the only place that there's not a kid right now. My husband and my kids are out in the living room, and we're getting ready for bed soon, but I've been really wanting to make this video and trying to find time, and I kind of just ran in here to do it really quickly. But thank you guys. Truly, I don't even care if one person watches this. I just want to shed some type of information, and I just want to help. So if anybody has any questions or anything at all, any information on osteogenesis, let me know. And again, thank you for watching. Bye.